centerpiece is a wild boar pâté en croûte, the narrow area between forcemeat and crust filled with clear, amber-tinted aspic. Waiters are pouring wine. We help ourselves. One by one, we take our seats. A door at the far end of the room opens, and we're joined by our host. It's like that scene in The Godfather where Marlon Brando welcomes the representatives of the 5 families. I almost expect our host to begin with, "I'd like to thank our friends the Tatalias and our friends from Brooklyn." It's a veritable Appalachian conference. By now, word of what we're about to eat is getting around the table, ratcheting up the level of excitement. There's a welcome and a thank you to the person who procured what we're about to eat and successfully smuggled it into the country. There is a course of ravioli and consommé, quite wonderful, and a civet of wild hare. But these go by in a blur. Our dirty plates are removed. The uniformed waiters, struggling to conceal their smiles, reset our places. Our host rises, and a guéridon is rolled out bearing 13 cast-iron cocottes. Inside each, a tiny, still sizzling, roasted bird. Head, beak, and feet still attached, guts intact inside its plump little belly. All of us lean forward, heads turned in the same direction as our host high pours from a bottle of Armagnac, dousing the birds, then ignites them. This is it, the grand slam of rare and forbidden meals. If this assemblage of notable chefs is not reason enough to pinch myself, then this surely is. This is a once-in-a-fucking-lifetime meal, a never-in-a-lifetime meal for most mortals, even in France. What we're about to eat is illegal there as it's illegal here. Ortolan. The ortolan, or Emberiza ortolana, is a finch-like bird native to Europe and parts of Asia. In France, where they come from, these little birdies can cost upward of $250 a pop on the black market. It is a protected species due to the diminishing number of its nesting places and its shrinking habitat, which makes it illegal to trap or to sell anywhere. It is also a classic of country French cuisine, a delight enjoyed in all likelihood since Roman times. Rather notoriously, French President François Mitterrand, on his deathbed, chose to eat ortolan as his putative last meal, and a written account of this event remains one of the most lushly descriptive works of food porn ever committed to paper. To most, I guess, it might seem revolting. A desperately ill old man struggling to swallow an unctuous mouthful of screamingly hot bird guts and bone bits. But the chefs, it's wank-worthy, a description of the Holy Grail, the great unfinished business, the thing that must be eaten in order that one may state without reservation that one is a true gastronome, a citizen of the world, a chef with a truly experienced palate, that one has really been around. As the story goes, the birds are trapped in nets, then blinded by having their eyes poked out to manipulate the feeding cycle. I have no doubt that at various times in history this was true. Labor laws being what they are in Europe these days, it is apparently no longer cost-effective to employ an eye gouger. A simple blanket or a towel draped over the cage has long since replaced this cruel means of tricking the ortolan into continually gorging itself on figs, millet, and oats. When the birds are suitably plumped up with a desirable layer of thick fat, they're killed, plucked, and roasted. It's claimed that the birds are literally drowned in Armagnac, but this, too, is not the case. A simple whiff of the stuff is enough for the now morbidly obese ortolan to keel over stone dead. The flames in the cocottes burn down, and the ortolans are distributed, one to each guest. Everyone at this table knows what to do and how to do it. We wait for the sizzling flesh and fat before us to quiet down a bit. We exchange glances and grins, and then, simultaneously, we place our napkins over our heads, hiding our faces from God, and with burning fingertips lift our birds gingerly by their hot skulls, placing them feet first into our mouths, only their heads and beaks protruding. In the darkness under my shroud, I realize that in my eagerness to fully enjoy this experience, I've closed my eyes. First comes the skin and the fat. It's hot. So hot that I'm drawing short, panicky, circular breaths in and out, like a high-speed trumpet player, breathing around the ortolan, shifting it gingerly around my mouth with my tongue so I don't burn myself. I listen for the sounds of jaws against bone around me, but hear only others breathing, the muffled hiss of rapidly moving air through teeth under a dozen linen napkins. There's a vestigial flavor of Armagnac, low-hanging fumes of airborne fat particles, an intoxicating, delicious meow.